Hi, this is Richard Jacobs from Speakeasy Marketing, and I wanted to go over what you can expect to get within our first month of working together. So I have a client site. This guy's name is Bill Levinson, very, very nice guy, out of Seattle area, Tacoma. And I'm going to use his site as an example. Now, Bill had an old site, and within the first month of us working together, we got his new website coded and live up on the web. So this is a good example of what your website will look like. You'll have a good header, picture of yourself. We ask you to have testimonials, and we put them up on the website. We have your tabs. We have your address and phone up here in the top corner. This is where people will typically look when they want to call you. If we go to any other page of the website, see the phone number and the address will stay up here. It's on every single page of your website in an easy to see place. Because people want to call you after they look at your content, they can do so. Another thing that we do is we start to fill out your website with content. When we first recode it and put it live on the web, you're going to need content to fill it. So we're going to make sure we got testimonials for you, an attorney profile page, some Q&A, and then your practice areas. We're going to start to fill that in. The way we're going to do that is we're going to schedule our first 1-hour Q&A phone call, which gets recorded, transcribed, edited, and put on your site. And we've done several of these for this attorney. So under motor vehicle injuries, he's got a bunch of articles already that we've got. We did a call on dog bites with him, and it turned into these articles. We did premises liability. So he's starting to build up a nice library of articles on his site. The more articles you have on your site, the better you'll do in Google, the more places there are for people to search and to find your website. Our goal is to take your website from the pages it has up to 200, 300, 400 web pages, and make it a big, fat site that a lot of people searching can find a page on your site that interests them. Whether it is you do DUI, criminal defense, bankruptcy, personal injury, family law, estate planning, whatever it is. We've worked with people in all veins of law, and it works all the same. People are out there searching. They want answers to their questions. So the more content you have, the better. And the more content that's easy to understand, tongue-in-cheek, nothing really technical or legalese related, simple stuff. That's what they like. So this is what you get, a website that's recoded like this. I want to show you something else. Let's go back to the home page here. Nowadays, you don't need a separate mobile website. The way we code our websites, we code it using responsive design. I'm going to show you what that means. So I'm looking on this website on a laptop, but what happens if I pull this up on an iPad or a cell phone? I'm going to show you what happens when we do that. You see how this website here, it moves stuff around. We've got the menu here that you can click on, and it opens up, and you can see all these practice areas and about us pages and everything. And look here, the phone number now is a call us icon. It can be touched on a mobile phone. Find us can be touched to show the address, and you see the website moves itself around naturally. The picture shrinks for the header. The content still looks good. So the great thing is the website will look great no matter where it's looked at. iPhone, iPad, Android, Google tablet, desktop, laptop, whatever it is. And you don't need a separate mobile site. So you don't have to sacrifice any of the good stuff you have on your main site for a mobile site. It's another thing that gets done. In addition, you can't see it, but we have a really extensive 90 some odd point checklist that we run on your website to make sure it shows up in Google Maps. I'll show you an example of this. Let's see. Okay, so I Googled Houston car accident attorney, just for an example. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we do. If you look at some of the search results, there's pictures next to the search results, and some don't have it. It's important to have these pictures because it makes your listing in Google really stand out. And what we do is we tag the articles on your website, so your picture will show up next to up to 150 of these articles. That's the limit Google imposes. But we do that, again, so your listings pop out to the eye when people search on them. just another way to get you more calls and clients. Another thing we do is, if you'll notice here, all right, look at this guy's firm. The home page is showing up, okay? The home page has a title to it, and it has a description to it. Now, we write all these descriptions, the title and the description here, for every single page of your website. And we write them so that they're somewhat interesting to read and not just stuffed full of keywords and not just junk. Why? Because this also makes an ad compelling and not just junk on a page. This is your first impression that you make on searchers in Google or Yahoo or Bing. So it's got to look good and compelling. And as you can see, this guy's homepage is showing up, but watch this. See this guy here, Dendel? A subpage of his site is showing up, a car accident page. So I wanted to tell you that every single page of your website can show up in Google for different searches. So we got to make sure that the picture is showing up, also the title and the description is good for every single page that could possibly show up on your website. Later on, when we get into videos, video SEO, you see how video results show up now in Google too. So that's important to do to get you even more business. Let's see. We'll do another search where there's more map listings that come up. Oh, here we go. Okay. So for DWI attorneys, they have a big maps listing here, and you can see the map over here. Okay. Another thing we do is we make sure that you're showing up here in Google Maps. You may not show up at the top, or you may not show up on some of the searches you do, but we make sure you have a Google Plus page, and that's linked properly, so that you have a chance to show up in these maps, which is also important to get searches. And we help you to accumulate reviews. We tell you to speak to your clients, make sure you get as many reviews as possible. Once you hit 5 reviews, so this guy has 4. Once you hit 5, you'll see the stars, and your listing will really pop out. This guy has no reviews. He's showing up there, but he needs some reviews. But again, all this stuff helps to get you more searches in Google. So that's another thing that gets done in the first month. Let's go to my listing on Speakeasy website. So we covered website redesign, we covered the checklist, getting your picture and profile in search, and we talked about you don't need to blog. Why? Because again, we're doing these monthly content calls that will add about 7,000 or 8,000 words per call per month to your website. It really grows it to a nice big fat juicy website. Another thing I want to show you is one of these calls that we do, we can easily turn into a book that you've written on a subject, whether it's car accidents, divorce, DWI, sex crimes, estate planning, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you a little bit what that looks like. Alright, so we'll go back to Bill's site here. So you see this here, injured in car crash? So one of the calls we did with him, we turned into a book that people can download. Watch what happens when you click it. It pops up this download widget. So when someone fills in this form, not only will they get the PDF sent to them right away, but this attorney will get their name, email, and phone number sent to him, and they're now a lead that he can call on and try to convert into a client. So literally, one of the calls we do cover art, and we turn that sucker into a book. And you're now the author of a book on a subject area, which is great. It makes you the implied expert in your practice area. It's a very powerful way for you to get more clients. You can email this PDF to potential clients when you talk to them. They can download it from your website. Some guys do physical books where you can literally direct mail it to potential clients, using FedEx package overnight. That's another thing that we do for you. And there's no reason over the months we can't do 2, 3, 4, 5 books. One for every call. It's kind of up to you. But again, a very, very powerful way to help you out. So in summary, this is what happens the first month. In subsequent months, we're going to be doing some more SEO on your website. SEO means adding more content to the calls. Also soliciting links for you from non-competing attorneys, because links is the other pillar of SEO to help get your site to be moving up in search results. So I hope that answers your questions. Any other questions? Let us